Welcome to the Crypto Angel channel. I will be live tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time, but I want to give you guys a little bit of a quick update on what Bitcoin is doing. And let's be honest, I haven't looked at the charts a lot today, so let's kind of go figure this out together. So right now on the stock hour side, we just start out on the 4-hour time frame. You're oversold. We can look for a bounce. Doesn't mean just because you're oversold doesn't mean you're going to get a bounce. We're also going to zoom out to the daily time frame before we get too far ahead of ourselves. The daily time frame right now is overbought. The 2-day time frame is oversold, but the daily is overbought. Also, I can see this as a rising wedge here. I'm not going to draw on the chart because I don't want to clutter the chart, and it's just a thought right now, but it doesn't look great to me. The 4-hour time frame also at the same time, I can see this being a falling wedge here. So there's a few ideas on the table. We also probably should go look at Bookmap. But right now, the falling wedge measure move takes you to almost about 119.2. And then if we go over to Bookmap, we can see that we still have a lot of liquidity out at 116. My bot actually did buy more. It's bought twice in the last 24 hours. And it has a sell price of about just above, a hair above 116. So we'll call it 116. So the bot thinks we're going to get a bounce to 116. But of course, if we go lower, it will add more to the long. And then when we do go up eventually, I'll sell the trade, and it's been working great for the last month that I've had it. But either way, right now, Bitcoin is in a falling wedge. Measured move is 119.2. Jumping down to the 2-hour time frame, we're above the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. We're above it on the 2-hour. Actually, we are below the 4-hour 200. That's not a great sign. The 4-hour or the 2-hour 200, we are above. That's currently coming in at 111, basically just under that. And can we see a bounce on the 1-hour? Where the 1-hour time frame kind of getting lackluster bounce. You had 2 green candles, and this is almost bearish engulfing. If we close this candle below 112.8, that's bearish engulfing. And of course, I'll have more of an update on the live in a few hours when we get more of an idea. But at the same time, guys, this doesn't look good. Like, this looks like we may continue to roll over. And if that's the case right now, I see really the measured move would be out of this bear flag. So on the 4-hour time frame, I see us in a falling wedge. On the daily time frame, I see us in a rising wedge. That's bearish, and I see on the 15-minute time frame a bear flag down to 109.3. Do we have liquidity down to 109.3? Well, we have some at 110, but that's about it. So we'll see what happens. I can't tell you what's going to happen right now. My bot is long right now. It doesn't look good to me. So I would say the 15-minute time frame looks bearish. The 4-hour time frame is bearish because you're below the 200-day moving average. The 2-hour time frame looks kind of interesting to me, but it doesn't look great. Again, just because you're oversold on the stock hour side doesn't mean you have to bounce. And we're really not at support. So if I had to call it either way, I would be slightly more bearish than bullish with the move down to 110 being likely. So, if we go down to 110, my guess is my bot will buy again, and then when then we'll have the sell price go from 116 to 114 to 115. So that's how it works. In a downtrend, it will buy more when there's bullish divergence and stuff like that happening. But if we don't eventually get the bounce with those bullish divergences, then what it would do is it would just accumulate on the way down, and then when we do bounce, every time it adds to the position, the price will have to bounce less for me to make money, because then every time it buys on the way down, it will dollar cost average in, and every time it buys, the take profit will be lowered. So that's kind of how it works. And right now, I kind of, even though it's buying and there's probably some kind of bullish divergence here on the smaller time frames, it's doing it on the 10-minute. But at the end of the day, it looks bearish to me, and until the 10-minute makes a higher low, it doesn't look great. So, I'll show you where it's bought, and it's, $220 a Bitcoin. It's very small, and it starts very small, and then it works its way higher. But for right now, it's got $330 in the trade, and I see this as a bear flag, though, on the smaller time frame. So at the end of the day, I see more downside for Bitcoin, and I can give you a better update. We'll see where we are in the live stream, but this looks bearish to me, and I would be looking for probably a move down to 110. That's my analysis on Bitcoin, and I can't be bullish until the 10-minute makes a higher low, and right now, we'll see what happens. It doesn't look great. The 4-hour at some point will bounce, but that could be a lower high. So, yeah, I would just be looking for a bear flag until we... Now, I would say this, though. If we take out 113.4, maybe we could be looking for a long. So if you're already in a position, this is not financial advice, I would not be entering position. But if you're in a position, then you can take my advice on this. Now, if you break 113.4 again, I'd be then maybe looking for a long. But until then, it doesn't look great, and I see more downside for Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we bounce because the 4-hour time frame is overbought. So at this point, I would say it's kind of 50-50. So I would kind of wait for confirmation. You break 113.4 for a long. If you know, I would not be in. I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen. I told you if this then that. If we break 113.4, I'd be bullish. If you stay below 113.4, I see 110 coming. So the more I look at it, the more I actually do think I won't be surprised at all if we get a small bounce here because the 4-hour time frame is oversold and the 1-hour and 2-hour are very oversold. I've seen Bitcoin do this a lot. It makes it look like it's going to go down and then bounces. So, if I had to call it right now, I'd say it's literally 50-50. If you break 113.4, I would possibly open a long with a stop below this, or with a stop below 112.3, or if you don't break 113.4, you could look for a short. But at this point, you're so close to 113.4, it probably will bounce. It'll probably do something like this. And maybe we can make a inverse head and shoulders pattern. We'll see. At this point, though, I would not be opening a short until you roll over again. So if you break 112, if you break at this level right here, this wick low. So I'll say this: I would open a short if you're not already in position. If you break 112.7 to the downside, or if you break 113.4, I'd be looking for a long. Those are my two scenarios. If you're not already in a trade, I'd wait for one of those two situations to play out. And that's my update on Bitcoin. I'll see you guys again in a live stream here in just about 2 hours. And I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give the video a like and hit the subscribe button. It does help support my channel. And I'll see you guys in the live stream. Adios.